I wouldn't want to go and talk shit about my ex, any ex, because
you know why? Because you lose. You picked her.
So who's at fault?
Yeah, you picked her.
Who's at fault? I'm at fault. I'm at fault because I did this shit.
As much as you think she might be a dumbass, you a bigger dumbass, man.
Yes.
Like you picked her,
Like,
she a reflection of you, bro.
And not to mention, I figured that if you walk away with a lesson learned to how to navigate your life in the future,
she's taught me a lot.
That's valuable.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Brody Tom, and I'm coming at y'all guys with another video. This video will be a little different than the ones I've done. Probably more similar to maybe my first or second video. I basically gathered a decent amount of questions from Gemini. I asked Gemini to give me some very hard questions, act like it was my stoic uncle, that would be very difficult questions for men to answer. Some heavy-hitting questions. I had a list of 30 of them. I compiled them down to 7, so I don't fully remember what the list is. I gave it to Vic. Again, I got Vick here again with me. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to go ahead and kick this off.
If you could see your life's true impact on those around you, what unexpected truth would be the most painful to accept?
Being a burden. The reason I say that is because I've helped so many people, at least from my perspective. Everybody I've been around, I think they've grown in some sort of way. At least in the last 5 years, I could tell you that anybody who's been around me in the last 4 to 5 years has got more money, they either got more money, they got a position that they wanted, they either got a pay increase, promotion, they've acquired something, they've learned something. So, I mean, even females I've talked to in the past, whatever, told me like you taught me a lot or whatever. So I think if I found out that I was a burden on people's life, I think that would actually hurt me because I don't see it at all. So if I actually found out one day, hey man, you're a big burden on people, like that would actually hurt me because I'm like, my goal has been to help people. Mm-hmm. So if I'm actually hindering people's growth, that would actually hurt me more than anything. And don't get me wrong, some people I've been around and I can see they could have grown more if I had been tough or if I had removed my help a little bit sooner. But overall, I think I've been a positive impact on them. It's true. It's true.
Let's add to that, help people stay where they at and not go back to their last job. I can speak for that. Cause I was ready to be out, yo. I was ready to be out.
But for context, he's talking about the first day I worked with him for a while. The first day he showed up, he had them ads where he was ready to quit. He was ready to quit or whatever. And I was like, bro, whatever you do, don't quit. Don't quit. So yeah, definitely.
It was like, what the fuck did I do?
What I signed up for?
Oh my gosh. What the hell?
Yeah. So again, it's if I found out that I was a burden to people, it would be the worst thing.
What unhealed wounds from your past do you feel still secretly dictate your choices and behaviors today?
Outward validation. I don't think I will ever get to a place where I will completely shut out what other people think of me. I've gotten a lot better, and I'll be honest with you or whatever, man. I really don't care what people think as much, but it is going to be certain individuals that I do care what they think. I don't want my grandma to view me in a certain light. I don't want my mom to view me in a certain light. But to a degree, I've learned that I got to live my life for me and nobody else. Even down to my kids, I want them to view me in a certain light, but at the same time, I have to still be a human being, man. Like, I'm not a robot. I can't live a perfect life all the time. I'm going to make mistakes or whatever. So I think for me, it would be outward validation. You want to add something to it? Like you want to add something to it?
See, the comment that people always make is that I don't care what people think about me.
Yeah.
Wrong.
We do.
Wrong. Because your money is dictated off of what others think about you. A lot of time, the most skillful person still go without a job because everybody thinks he's an asshole.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, though.
So no matter what position you in, from president down to janitor, bootlegger, whatever, what people think about you always gonna dictate how much money and how much you can progress. Yeah. I mean, in my eyes, anyway.
No, absolutely. That's why I said I think That will be the thing I will struggle with, because to some degree you're going to have to care about outward validation. I don't think I will ever in my life be able to get to a point where I care about absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because I definitely care about what people think about
Yeah,
me.
I do too. I do too.
Definitely.
I care less these days, way less.
Now, you have to agree with me. There are certain people in your life that it matters more what they think about you than other people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my grandma, her opinion of me matter a lot. My grandfather when he was alive. My kid right now in my life now, because I'm an adult, and everybody else I see, I look at them like, you're an adult, so I don't care as much. My kids is probably number one. Like I care, but I also understand like they're kids, so their view of me is going to be different. They don't understand life from the same perspective I do, so I got to also kind of balance that or whatever. Like my son told me the other day, he said, "You're mean to me, Dad," and I said, "Why am I mean to you? You make me drink water and eat grapes." So like, that's mean to you? So it's a perspective thing too. Like sometimes you just got to take it on the chin and be like, I don't care what you say, dude. Oh well.
Do you feel the societal expectations have limited your emotional expression, and how that affect your relationships?
Yeah, because you can't. I do feel like societal pressures have definitely dictate what I've done and what I will do in the future, because I got kids especially. One is like, I don't want my kids to view me in the same a messed up light. Another is like, based on what job you have, and it kind of piggybacks off the last question, you have to act in accordance of that or whatever. Like I hate when people think that when you do something online, it don't affect you in your personal life. It do. Yeah. You got to know how far you can go, and if you want to do. You want to basically do whatever you want to do, and you don't listen to what nobody else got to say, you might as well quit your job, whatever. You can do everything you want to do, but it's you can't say certain things. Man, we had somebody get fired where we was at because of what they said about a certain incident that was very popular on the news, and they got fired. Well, yes. They resigned. That's the nice way to say it. They resigned. They was told to resign, but they resigned.
I mean, to be honest, we are holding back.
Yeah, we all definitely.
we are holding back.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to. So definitely, I think societal pressures have definitely affected how I do things.
When was the last time you truly asked for help without feeling weak, and what held you back before?
I didn't ask for it. It was a time period where, and you know this because you was involved in this, it was a time period where like you and Darrell came and visited me at my job because of this shit I was going through. And I didn't ask for help, but going forward, I was like, you know what, I'm not too big to not realize I need help. Everybody needs help at some point in time. And based on just the brotherhood or whatever of y'all trying to come help me, it made me understand that like I can fight a little harder, and I can fight a little harder knowing that if I fight my hardest, I got people to support me. But it gave me the ignition to say, hey, I'm going to get through this issue I'm dealing with. So it's hard for me to ask for help because I've been able to achieve pretty much any and everything I wanted to achieve in my life on a basic man level. Now I'm trying to achieve different levels and different things. But from when I was a kid to an adult, I pretty much achieved all of the things I thought as a kid that a man should have. So now I'm trying to live a life through being a man. Like, what do I want my children to see me as? What do I want my grandkids later on down the line to see me as? And then ultimately or whatever, when I die, how do I want to feel about the things I've done and the people I've impacted? So again, just y'all, just the support. Brotherhood has been the one thing that's changed me because that's one of the reasons why I made this page. Men don't feel secure in their life to even come to another man and say, hey, I need help. Because you looked at it like you saw, you don't know if the next man trying to screw your woman or whatever. Like we women, and I hate to genderize this, but women are connected universally to a degree. Like women have baby showers. Man, nobody care about no man. You had a baby, you suck it up. Nobody care about that. Oh, you need Gerber for your baby? No, you better go get the government to help you. Men are just not like that. We're just not wired like that, bro. So when you have a brotherhood, I think it helps out. And again, I can only talk about my situation. It made me want to fight certain battles more, knowing that if I failed, I had something to fall back on.
So you bought a baby shower.
Oh, Lord. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
So, all right, so my baby mama, I mean, she was girlfriend at the time, but now she baby mama. My baby mama wanted me to be there, me to invite friends over, my guy friends. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm talking to my dad, and I was like, man, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get these guys to come in and play these little the games, suck shit through a damn, you know what I'm saying, a baby bottle and all that stuff, all the little game stuff.
Yeah.
He said, oh, don't worry about it, I got you. Bro, we went and got a keg. Yo, we had a keg, we had steaks on the grill, yo.
You turned that joke to a cookout.
Yo, I love I love the baby shower. I love my baby shower. Yo.
Y'all turned that joke to a cookout.
It was like a cookout, family reunion, throat kickback. That's what it was.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
What has been the most difficult time in your life that shaped you, and what did you learn?
This question is going to be a little longer, my answer to it. I would say we're in 2026 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say 2022, 2023, 2024. I say those years. During this time period, I had a lot of transitions happen. You know, I increased my income substantially. I mean, more than I could have ever dreamed of in those 4 to 5 years. I was able to acquire a lot of different things, move into my own place, obviously get a truck, get a car. I was able to do a lot of different things. I pretty much was able to do anything I put my mind to. And it set me up now to be in 2026 where I don't feel like it's nothing I can't do. First time in my life I actually don't feel like it ain't nothing I don't feel like if I start something today, I can't finish it, I can't get it done. My level of confidence is on a whole different level or whatever, and it's through those hard years or whatever. I was raising my kids during those years. It's a tough time to raise kids because of the pandemic. We were just coming off of that. My kids was born in the pandemic. During that time stint, my grandfather passed. I watched him have cancer, go through the getting small, getting weak, and stuff like that. Him and my grandmother got stuck in Vermont for a little while, so I moved into my own spot. I had to take care of their house and my house at the same time, which was a little difficult or whatever, but I was able to get that done. And the previous years to that, which I won't say the year, but it was a female I was dealing with at the time, loved her to death. And I remember breaking up with her. And it was tough for me because I really didn't have no issue with her. But the reason I had to is because I knew the body of work of what I had to do. And I'm pretty sure that to this day, she'd probably think, oh, he broke up with me, he got back with his ex. But the reality was I stopped talking to her and I went dark. I just went into monk mode. I went and worked, and because you was around me. Matter of fact, when you came where we was at, that's when I did it.
That's
right. All we did was work. All we did was put in hours. We just grinded.
That was 22.
Exactly. That's what I said, 2022. Yeah. So we just grinded out or whatever. I was working at that time maybe 80, and then again, probably the next year after that, I ended up getting up to like 100 hours a week. I was just grinding my ass off. So I just felt like what I had going forward, she wouldn't have been able to, because she cared about me a lot. So I'll say this. I'll probably never say this again in my life, but I'll say this. It's very rare for me to see, and I don't think I've ever seen a woman like me more than I've liked them. That was a different dynamic, and I gave up on me before she did, which is special to me. That's one of my secret motivators, and I give it to anybody. I let anybody know. The fact that I had somebody who cared about me that much allows me to push myself a little bit further, whatever, because I come from a family that was broken. My family was rough. I had prostitutes in my family, drug dealers and stuff like that. All I know is hardships and battles. So anytime I'm around brotherhood, like I said, y'all guys, or this special individual, or my grandfather who was not actually, all of these people are not a part of my actual family or whatever. They're a family that I made going out into the world. So as I navigate throughout life and I meet these people, it molded me in different ways and shaped my reality, and it just puts me in a different perspective than if I would have stayed in the area that I came from. That was negative, like I said, drug dealers, prostitutes. I mean, I had every reason to be a fuck up. I had every reason to be in a penitentiary in jail right now. So with her, to end off with her, because I spoke about my grandfather, when I broke things off with her, I remember I felt so bad about it or whatever. Because again, she didn't do anything bad. It's just what I had to do required time. And it required so much time, and it required everything I had. I had you seen me 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. I'm working, 12 at night I'm working. Like, motherfucker, when do you sleep? I'm sleeping drinking coffee. I'm sleeping drinking coffee, bro. The caffeine ain't even keeping up with me.
Bro, I made a meme of that shit. I took a picture of your ass.
Yeah, y'all do got a picture of me floating around with the coffee cup or whatever. So, that time period shaped me because, and I summarize it basically, the pain of love, losing my grandfather, the pain of loss, brotherhood essentially, and the progression of life, basically the progression of like getting your income up, becoming a better individual, having kids, having to grow up in different areas, and just being a girl father. Like, I got a son and I got a daughter, but I would say the most special out of the two, because as a father, I expected my son to be what he is, but my daughter has molded me in a different way because I've had to be soft. And for me, it's like I could be tough with my son, but I can't be as tough with her. I remember yelling at my son one day because he was doing something wrong or whatever, and I went to go yell at her, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Come here, give me a hug. So being a girl father has definitely molded me in a different way than being a father of a son or whatever. So those years basically molded me. 2022, maybe even 21. So I said 2021 to 2025 have molded me to the point where in 2026, I don't feel like there's anything I can't achieve or I can't accomplish. So
I will say this, two things.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel that with your daughter, because my daughter told me one time I was talking to her, she said, "Daddy, you can't say that because you know I'm sensitive." You know what I did? I shut the fuck up. I shut up. I shut up quick. I shut up quick.
She ain't number 4. You don't say that to your daughter. First she said, you don't say that to your sister. I'm like, you ain't my sister. No, I get it. I get it.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's just the sweetness of, especially the younger they are.
The second thing is that speaks a lot to your character. You said that you had every reason of being a degenerate, an asshole, a lawbreaker, whatever you want to say. But a lot of people is using that as an excuse to be that. And so that speaks to your character to say that you chose to do more when you came from the same place as people that go out here and...
That's true. So I add context to the relationship me and my grandfather had. My grandfather was a white man from Vermont. Me and him couldn't have grown up no different. He was country. I grew up in the hood and visited country. My father's side of my family was country and stuff like that. They grew up in Charles City or whatever. So my grandfather, he grew up in a small city. I grew up in Hopewell. He grew up in a small city in Vermont that was very small. I think it was even smaller than Hopewell or whatever. So we both understand what it's like to grow up in small cities. We would have conversations that's too uncomfortable for most people to speak about. We was having a conversation one time, and there's a lot of things that separate us in society. Some of it is religion, some of it is gender these days, some of it is race or whatever, and some of it is politics or whatever. So being that he's a white guy and I'm a black guy or whatever, well, I identify as black, I'm mixed with a couple of different things. I remember when we was talking about income, and I was making, I think, about $32,000 a year. He's like, you doing pretty good or whatever, man. You doing better than your uncles. I said, that's the problem right there. You comparing me to them. I don't care about them. I don't want to compete with the black man. I don't want to compete with my uncles. No disrespect. Them boys a bunch of fucking losers. Like, I want what the average white man got. If that's what we're saying the average standard is was 55, I want what they got and I'm gonna scale it. I had a deal that came through and he heard me over the phone negotiating or whatever, and I came, we talking thousands now. I came, I think $100 short of it. And he was like, you meant proud as on the way. You meant you was gonna get that thing. I said, hey, listen, man. Bare minimum. What you mean? I'm worth it. I'm talking smack. I'm worth it. They got a deal. Like, he started, that's my confidence. They got a deal. I didn't get a deal. It was just one of those things where, like, I had every excuse, but I'd tell anybody because of the gifts I was given by the Creator. I have every advantage.
And what's sad is to have one of your other brothers, younger brothers or brothers you went to school with, look at you and say, oh man, Tom, you made it. You made it.
Yeah, I had so
And we
bad.
sit there like, nah, we still trying to make it. We still trying to get the bag.
He said that back when I was making like 32. I was making like 32,000. I'm
Like,
like, bro,
nah,
this ain't
nah,
it.
bro, this ain't no.
So I said, perspective is everything. Again, my grandfather was saying it because he looked at my uncles and he said, oh, you know, you can make $32,000 a year at your age. It's not bad. I don't care about the age group. I don't care about none of that. What the average man makes, I'm going to scale it. That's what I want. I want to have this. I want to have that. And we would have conversation. I'll never forget. He was saying that the average, and I still don't know if he meant before taxes or after taxes, but it don't matter. I hit both of them, so it don't even fucking matter. But he was like, when you can make $1,000 a week, that's when you can at least say that you're doing good enough to be in your own place and do your own thing for your own self. And that stuck with me my whole entire life. Now, again, finances have changed from that time period to now. Inflation have went up and stuff like that. But I will say that we came from two different areas, but perspective-wise, we both knew that we had to grind. He probably seen it a little bit different than I did. I think that's one of the reasons why he was like very proud of me, because he's like, you ain't nothing like, no, I'm not like them. I'm not trying to compare myself to them. I'm not better than them. I just don't want what they got. Honestly and truthfully, I'm appreciative because they showed me everything I don't want. That's the honest to God truth. They showed me everything I don't want.
You did the job of growing up. You looked at other people and you said, you know what, I don't want to go through that shit. So you did something differently. You learned how to navigate life by watching others make mistakes. We all don't have to make the same goddamn mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we have siblings and cousins and shit, because we see them fuck up and make mistakes and have 8 babies and 7 baby mamas and all that shit. And you look at that, you were like, you know what, bro? I don't think I want to go through that. So I'm gonna hold off on that bullshit to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we were supposed to do, and you did that in life. Happily, I've done that to a certain point.
Yeah.
I did that to a certain point. Career-wise, I could have made some different choices, but I'm happy with what I got right now, and I contribute that to still watching people older than me and saying, right, I don't want that.
You came up in the same year I came up. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Look, and I've said that. That's why I talked about brothers. Sometimes you get a different circle. Sometimes you get
That's what I'm saying.
You put a couple ingredients together. You bake a cake, bro.
I will totally back the saying. You always need successful people in your circle.
Yeah.
You need to watch who's in your circle, because either they're gonna bring your circle down or they're gonna bring you opportunity. Cody, take it back there.
Yeah.
Because when I got him, that's when stuff started happening with me. When I linked up with him at that job we was working at, and he was talking his stuff, and I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, damn. And he told me, he said, man, you got to know your worth.
Yeah,
You got to know your worth. He said, look at, and I ain't gonna name nobody's names. Look at Jimbo, look at Kelly, look at this, that, and the other. Look. He's like, do you think you dumber than them? Hell no, because I don't do that stupid shit they doing. He said, well, you're worth more than them. They're getting paid the same thing as both of us right now. You got to know your worth. We're worth more than this.
Yeah. You heard me say it earlier, what I said. They getting the deal.
Yeah.
I ain't getting no motherfucking deal. They getting the deal because I know what I'm going to do. They know what I'm going to do. And that's why they willing to pay me this.
And that's why. And that's why I took a damn X-Acto knife to my goddamn circle. And if you're in my circle, best believe you belong in my circle.
I got you, definitely.
All right. So what was the loneliest moment in your life and what made it feel that way?
Jesus. The loneliest moment in my life had to be being in a relationship with somebody that you didn't feel like was in a relationship with you. That's why I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it. I'm a transparent person, so I'm going to say what I got to say. So What I mean by that is like when two individuals are together, regardless if it's not toxic, if it's not bad, if the goals are not in line, if nothing they do is in line and they just together, you're just company, that's it. You're not partnership, you're just company, that's it. You could pull up a seat, we could enjoy, I guess, being in the same room, but we can't even talk about the same conversation. Me and you on two different planets. So I would say that definitely like being in a relationship with somebody and feeling like we in two different relationships, bro. But in my marriage, I was separated for at least half my marriage. And I mean, her family know, my family know. A lot of people don't know, but when I was married, I was separated just as much as matter of fact, I was separated more than I was in a relationship. And sometimes I think when people get to a space, especially when they've grown up together, you gotta let things go. It's not about holding it together. If it's not working, it's just not working. It's usually when people end up like breaking up, somebody ends up saying, what was that person for? We just don't work together. That's it. It's not even that deep. We just don't work well together. How do you say that? I don't care if we're successful. Let's say me and you are a team and we're very successful in this business and we're running this business and we're successful. Well, if I'm outputting 80% all the time or whatever, you outputting 20% or whatever, we're successful on my back.
That's
right?
true.
And that's not always in finances. Sometimes that's in giving love or whatever. It's time periods where I'm not the most romantic motherfucker all the time. I've been working 3-4 fucking jobs. So not to, sit down and talk bad about her. If I'm grinding so goddamn much to put the family on the fucking map, I'm not gonna be emotional. My kids is gonna get a side hug, I love you, with goddamn crust coming out of my ass because I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm not gonna be that. So I just think certain things don't align, but I would say that's the loneliest moment when we don't align for whatever reason. I think that's the loneliest I have ever felt. It would either have to be that, or either it would have to be my childhood growing up around a bunch of people that I didn't feel like I fit in with. Again, I talk about the prostitutes, I talk about the jailbirds or whatever. That's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna call them. That's what the fuck they was. Hey, listen, here's what it is, man. I didn't feel like I'm better than them. I didn't want to go sell drugs. I didn't want to have 3 or 4 You heard me talk about the women, but these women came over the years of my life. These women ain't all coming within like a month. Hey, how you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Oh, matter of fact, I like both of you. No, that just won't me, bro.
Simultaneously.
So that sum up the question, man. Let's go to the next one.
That's it, bro. That's it.
That's the list?
But yeah, that's all.
Okay.
But to kick back into the other thing about not aligning together, it also hits hard when you are supportive and helping them try to reach higher grounds.
Yeah.
It's not.
I say, because I see a lot of people who they come online, they bash their ex, they bash their that's not who I am. That's not who I'm never gonna be. I'm never gonna be that person because again, I can admit where I was flawed and I can admit the things that I didn't bring to the table or whatever. Some people say, well, that's justifiable or whatever because you was working. So regardless if it was justifiable or not, it happened. You didn't do it or whatever. And the thing is this or whatever, every relationship, business, intimate, even being the parent, as a parent, I'm learning now. You have to sacrifice or whatever. What I give my son ain't what I give my daughter. They gotta be different. If I'm giving like birthdays, their birthdays are close. Now I'm starting to be in the years where I gotta separate them because I can't keep on y'all birthdays are a week or two apart or whatever. How about we just go ahead I can't keep doing that because again they're individuals. So I think just separating it and just understanding from a adult perspective, we're not fucking perfect.
And I dig that. I wouldn't want to go and talk shit about my ex. Any ex, because
you know why? Because you lose. You picked her.
So who's at fault?
Yeah, you picked her.
Who's at fault? I'm at fault. I'm at fault because I did this
as
shit.
Much as you think she might be a dumbass, you a bigger dumbass, man.
Yes.
Like you picked her, she a reflection of you, bro.
And not to mention, I figured that if you walk away with a lesson learned to how to navigate your life in the future,
yeah, she's taught me a lot.
That's valuable because you could not have learned a lesson and made the same goddamn mistake with the next person, the next person, the next person, and still been in the same damn boat. Actually, even worse, because now you had a kid with this one, a kid with that one, a kid with this one. So now you worse than where you started from. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to get better as we go. Regardless if we end up with the person that we with then, we supposed to always get better.
We are, and that's what I mean by like sometimes when people go their separate ways and things break off. Yeah. Sometimes it's not necessarily because people always go to toxic because that's what society loves, toxic. But the reality is we grew in two different places. We grew in two different ways. It just happens.
And what's the other word? Toxic and what they always call men now?
Misogynistic.
Not misogynistic.
Misogynistic.
Oh, God damn it! Because I've been called this a couple of times. Where you try to control people. What is it? I can't. The term.
Narcissist.
Narcissist.
Yeah, I've been called
that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Being called a narcissist, that's like a fad.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a trend
amongst women, definitely.
Yeah, it's like a trend. It's like what's cool to say.
When people call me a name, my biggest combatant to that is now that we have established that I'm that, why are we still fucking talking? I'm a narcissist, right? Why are we still? But you're a narcissist. Okay. Why are we still talking? Walk out the room. Goodbye. I don't care. Now that I've said that you want to keep controlling the conversation, you want to keep talking about it. I'm done. You're the one who wanted to control, not me.
Oh boy,
I could care less.
I get quiet quick.
Yeah, that's what it. And I've heard it. I've heard that about me from different people. Like, bro, you just unplugged, man. Like you just go store. What do you want me to say?
Your attempt of stopping someone from going through bullshit that they don't have to go through get you titled a narcissist. I think it goes back to who won the breakup.
But sometimes people, and that's my goal, is never to get into that who won what breakup. I can care less. I've been alone, bro, and I love it. I got me a new guy. Bro. Perfect. How you feel? I don't give a fuck.
With the first 2 damn weeks, oh my gosh, I found the love of my life. What? We was just together like 7 years with you?
How did it happen?
So how did it happen so quick? Or
oh no, it was already happening.
Or was he always? He was always there, huh? He was always there, huh?
It was already.
Oh, I got you, boo boo. I got you, boo boo.
It was always there, man. It was all. That's what you call your floaters. She had floaters. It happens.
And like I said, everybody been.
We said it when we was talking about the castanet thing, where everybody made a big thing about it because he supposedly got cheated on. Probably should happen to everybody. You ain't special.
Everybody got cheated on.
You ain't special. Get that out. People think they special. You're not special. Get this shit out your head,
bro. The special thing is when a motherfucker admit it. Because I know a couple exes that would never admit that this guy was around in the wings during our relationship. They would never admit it because they make you say, oh, you a cheater. That's what. Yeah. No, if we was going through if we was never meant to be, regardless if you having this dude waiting in the wings to come down the 5th man of the year or what the case is, it was going to happen whether he was there or not. Yeah. It was just a matter of time. Yeah. It's just you being real with the situation.
But yeah, the end of the video, again, appreciate you for coming out, brother.
Yes, sir.
That was the video, man. Don't forget to like my videos, comment, subscribe. I know some people are going to be upset because people are always upset. That's okay. Y'all can see me in the comment section. It don't bother me, man. I got more on the way or whatever, man. Make sure y'all guys checking out all my social platforms. I'm building them or whatever. And I'm trying to inspire a conversation about men's mental health and people being a lot more honest with who they are, because we are in a world where everybody is trying to be a carbon copy of somebody else. So again, don't forget to like my videos, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one.